How to feel better. I've just seen a lot of people not doing that good lately, so here are some tips and things from my personal experience to feel better, feel more confident about yourself, things of that nature. A lot of people aren't confident in themselves, and you have to be honest with yourself, because a lot of people who aren't confident in themselves don't have a reason to be confident. The more work you put in, the more time you spend on something, the more you perfect something, the better you're gonna feel about it, the more confident you're gonna feel. You can't be sad about not being confident in something that you don't put any work into. And also, just doing things to better yourself in general just make you feel a lot better. An obvious example is working out. And another big one that I found is hygiene. You don't really realize how much better you could be doing until you see it or somebody tell you you stink. But for me, the time of day where I could just take care of myself, brush my teeth, clean my face off, that part of the day is all to myself, and it makes me feel a lot better. Some basic ones are like tongue scraping. You gotta look into that. If you don't scrape your tongue, look into tongue scraping. I know that sounds like it hurt, it don't hurt. Flossing, taking care of your skin, taking care of your hair even, and just improving how you take care of yourself and having a deeper, more intricate routine. It'll make you feel better, you'll be more confident in yourself. I'm telling you, get in that hygiene bag. Another part of taking care of yourself is watching what goes into your body. I'm big on that because you only get one body for the rest of your life. And I think people don't really comprehend that until you do something to it, which is kind of my case. I'm already in bad predicaments. For me, one of my biggest fears is going blind. That is terrifying to think about. But yeah, you only get one body for the rest of your life, and you don't want to ruin it, break it down. You want to make it last as long as possible and keep it as healthy as you can for as long as possible. For a lot of people, they'll do things that are good for them, but they'll do it for other people, to look good for other people, for validation from other people. Maybe they want to be more attractive for girls. But for me, most of the reason I take care of myself is for myself, is so I'm not old in a wheelchair, I'm not having hearing aids, I'm not having back problems. I want to live as healthy as a life as I can. The stronger of a reason you have to do something, the stronger drive and the stronger will you're gonna have to actually do it. So if you're going to the gym to get muscles to look good for girls, you're probably gonna be less successful, less driven than someone who is in the gym for themselves. But anyways, watching what you eat, I'm not gonna tell you to go vegan or nothing, because me, I'm gonna eat my meat, pause. But the best way that I found to improve my diet is by replacing things little by little with better options. Now the first step is probably the hardest step, and you have to recognize that you're eating something too much or that you're eating something that you shouldn't be eating at all. It's hard for a lot of people to care what they eat because they don't understand how bad it is for them or specifically why it's bad for them. If someone just tells you that sugar is bad for you, you're gonna care less than if someone tells you, I'm about to make this up because I'm not the expert, but if they tell you, oh, your blood sugar is high, you're gonna risk developing diabetes, due to osmosis, your brain will explode. Like that's, obviously I made that up. But when you actually know what it's doing to your body and look into it, you'll probably be more likely to care about making a smarter decision about what you eat. I watched this documentary a while ago called What the Hell, and it completely changed my perspective on food. I've just been way more careful about what I eat. I try to learn more about the effects of different food. But that's the hardest part. Once you identify what you want to stop eating, it's pretty easy. All you got to do is stop eating it. That's obviously a lot easier said than done. But I'm telling you, if you find something, for example, if you eat salty snacks a lot like chips, find something that will fulfill the same craving, but it's a better option. If you eat chips a lot, you can replace it with something like nuts, a way better option. And I'm telling you, when you stop eating something, you will not have the taste for it. You won't want it anymore. You just have to stop eating it. And you'll get used to eating something if you eat it enough. Obviously, if it's disgusting, don't force yourself to eat it. But if you can find something that you like that is better than the old option, trust me, just go with it. Some examples of stuff that I stopped drinking: juice and pop. Well, I never even drunk pop, but juice. For me, what made me want to stop drinking juice, I've just seen juice like condensed, I've seen concentrated juice, I've seen the syrup, I've seen it moldy. I feel like that's not something that's supposed to be in your body. Drink what you want to drink. I'm not going to tell you what to and what not to drink. But for me, I can't do it anymore. And then there's a lot more sugar in those drinks than people realize, which is less of a problem for me, but I know a lot of people overconsume sugar. 95% of the time, I always drink water. With every meal, anything, I just drink water now. Sometimes I drink orange juice or something like that, but most of the time, just water. And I recommend everybody to get a refillable water bottle for just water. I think it's just because it makes water more accessible. It might be a psychology thing. When I got my water bottle, I started drinking way more water. And a lot of people don't drink as much water as they're supposed to be drinking. But you don't really realize that you're kind of dehydrated until you improve and you start actually hydrating yourself. If you go back to how you were before, you will realize how dehydrated you are. Also, I'm not sure if other people are like this, but don't drink only when you're eating. I have a bad habit of drinking most of the water throughout the day just when I eat. So I'll drink I'll show you. This is my water bottle, and I'll drink half of this when I'll eat, and then I won't drink any more until the next time I eat. Don't do that. Try to drink throughout the day, because drinking all at one time and peeing all the extra water out is not helpful. Other things I replace: candy. I try not to eat candy anymore. I try to eat fruit instead. I really don't even crave candy that much anymore. To me, fruit honestly tastes better. I strongly recommend you try to replace candy with fruit. Another thing about eating, my philosophy is, if you're gonna eat, try to get something out of it. You don't wanna just eat food just to eat it and be full. You wanna eat something that's gonna have nutritional value, something that you're going to benefit off of. Something that's gonna give you vitamins, or you just don't wanna eat filler food, if that makes sense. And then there's obvious things like don't do drugs, don't abuse substances, don't vape. I don't have much personal experience with that, but the internet is a powerful tool. I'm sure if you actually want help and you really want to get help, you can find it, trust me. I could try to help you, I don't know. But I really encourage you to not do drugs. If you do drugs, don't promote it. Don't influence people to do drugs. That's a big problem today. We need to stop doing them substances. Anyways, I hope everybody that's seeing this is doing well, and I hope this video encouraged you to be better.